Hello, Earth and Space Science students. Welcome. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Nagy, and I'll be your instructor for this online Geology 3 course. A little clarification about how to pronounce my name. It's Nagy, which most people pronounce as Nagy, but it's a Hungarian name, and I go with the single syllable pronunciation of Nagy. Kind of rhymes with Taj Mahal. Another thing about my name is it used to be a hyphenated name, Nagy-Shadman. And you'll notice that on my email address and possibly in the bookstore, so don't be confused, you have the right person. I'm excited for you to join me on this journey to explore the Earth. I've probably taught this class about 75 times in the past 20 years. And although not much has changed in terms of the basics, new things are happening all the time. I promise that by the end of the semester, you will have a new understanding and a clearer appreciation of the Earth. Now let's take a look at our Canvas page. This is our home page, and if you scroll down, you'll see I have a bit of a welcome message, including where you should begin. And then I've explained some of the options along this left red bar. So you have an inbox. That is the best way to contact me. You go to the inbox and you send me a message, and that will tell me what class you're in. And that's very important because if you just send me an email, I don't know what class you're in. I teach several different classes. There's also a calendar here. If you click on that calendar, it will show you all of your Canvas classes as well as all of the due dates for various assignments. So that's really handy. You can use this link to access the PCC library. You can go to the tutoring link, and you can get Canvas help right down here. There are lots of modules that can help you understand how to use Canvas if you're having trouble. What I'm going to do now is leave our home page and go to this second item here, modules, where you'll spend a lot of time in our class. Right now you'll see two modules, the orientation module and week 1. Now, I've never taught an online course before, with the exception of last spring when all of us were thrown into the online world. And I've been working all summer trying to get materials together for this fall. It has been a very, very long process. And I promise I'm going to stay ahead of you a week or 2 or 3 as best I can. It's just taking a long time to get these materials online with closed captions and all of the things that need to be done for PCC. So hopefully you don't want to work too far ahead at the very beginning of this class. But I'm going to be working on Unit 2, Week 2 immediately, and hopefully that will be up by the middle of Week 1. And that's what I'm hoping to do, so please bear with me. So you'll see the orientation module here and Week 1. So let's take a look at the orientation module. I hit the arrow and it shows me what is needed to do, and it's pretty long. Notice that I've lettered them A, B, C alphabetically. I suggest you do these in order. And if I move my talking head here, you'll also see that once you've gone through all of these items, you'll get check marks and it will show that you've completed all of the items. Starting with A, the orientation module overview. You can read the overview of the class and the orientation objectives, why I have an orientation module. And then you can hit next to go to the next thing that was in that list. Or you can go back to the list and click on it yourself. Here's the welcome letter that most of you have already received and read, and if not, then there it is. The first part of the check-in assignment that you have to do before Wednesday at midnight to make sure that you retain your enrollment in the class is to watch this video. And so right now there's nothing there because I am recording the video. The next thing, D. And this is the course syllabus. There's lots of information here, so you really should look this through. First of all, there's general information, the description of the course, my contact information, my conference hours, what you're required to have for the course. We have 3 free online textbooks we're going to use. Here's the week by week, unit by unit description of topics we're going to cover for the semester. Here are the student learning outcomes and the student performance objectives that are linked to this class, no matter who you take it from, and some other information about communication, etiquette, grades, etc. You'll notice at the top there are links to your homework, lab assignments, quizzes, discussions, projects, and exams. And this is where the due dates are. So if we go to homework, there's a description of the homework, and then here are all the homeworks with due dates. And the class is going to be broken up into 3 exams. So if the material's on exam number 1, then it's available starting our first day of class. If the material is going to be on exam number 2, then it's going to be available as soon as exam number 1 is over. And if it's going to be on the final exam, then it will be available after the second exam. If we go to laboratory assignments, you also have detailed information about which pages or which activities and question numbers to work on. I don't assign all of the questions in every lab usually, so you want to make sure you look at the details here. Quizzes, you have 11 quizzes, and I will drop the lowest grade, and those are shown here. Quizzes are available 4 days before they're due, so they're not available all semester long. And I should mention that quizzes you can only take once, and they're 25 minutes, they're timed. Whereas homework, you can take up to 3 times and you will get the highest grade. They're not timed. We're going to have discussions in this class. The first one is going to start today, some projects, and some exams. So lots of information to read. Now I'm going to go back to the module to show where we are here. So we've looked at the orientation, welcome letter, the video, which you're watching right now, and the course syllabus. Whenever you see an item indented, that means there's something that you need to do. You need to either watch, or you need to submit something, or you need to take a quiz, or there's some action you need to take. So hopefully that's going to be helpful when you look down your list of things to do. We then have grade policies, where you can look at all of your grade, the breakdown of grades, other course policies, ethics of written work, the learning outcomes, which are going to be very important because this is what you're going to learn in every unit, and it's essentially providing you with a study guide. My office hours are here, and I should mention that unfortunately my very first day of office hours, which is on Monday, August 24th, have to be changed because I need to go to Pasadena City College to get a COVID-19 test because all of the faculty are being tested, and my test time happens to be during my office hours. So Monday, August 24th, my office hours will be from 3 o'clock to 4:30 p.m., only on August 24th. So those are my regular office hours, which you can access using Confer Zoom, which is over here. And then I also will have live chat once a week on Wednesdays from 1 to 2, and you can go to chat to access that. Going further, frequently asked questions about the course, meet the instructor, you can take a look at that, and I have some information about myself. And then there's a check-in assignment. It says quiz, but it's really a homework. If it says homework up here, then it goes in the homework category. However, Canvas doesn't differentiate homeworks and quizzes. But indeed, you have 3 tries, it's untimed, see time limit none, attempts 3. This is going to be based on reading all of that information that I just showed you. So it's just to make sure that you read everything. And then the next thing is going to be a discussion. So the discussions in this class, we're going to have 6 graded discussions, and you're going to reply to a prompt that I provide by Wednesday at midnight on the week that we have a discussion. And then you're going to reply to 2 of your peers by that Saturday. This is explained here in the description and also on the discussion page in your syllabus. And this first prompt asks you to select one of these 7 prompts and respond. So the first one is, have you ever felt an earthquake? And it asks you for some particular information. Have you experienced an extreme weather event? Have you been interested in rocks, minerals, or fossils, etc.? So it's pretty easy to do, and you're going to just type your reply right in there. So it'll go right in here, and then you're going to hit post reply. So back to the orientation module, and that's the last thing. And then here's the end of the orientation module telling you that you made it And then for this first week, you are going to go on to Unit 1. It's the only week where you're going to look at 2 modules. So let's go quickly to Unit 1. Let's close this. And week 1, there's an overview here, and you can look at that. But what I want to show you is something different here. In every unit, I'm going to place a reading suggestion and a schedule suggestion. So here are the weeks of this first week, and what I've done is I've made some suggestions about when you should do each part of this class. So there's a lot of moving parts, I understand, and so this is just a suggestion to make sure that you cover everything. And so hopefully that will be helpful for you. And so that will always be the second thing under each unit. The first thing will always be the overview. Then there are the learning videos, and this is very important. These are basically little chunks of lecture that I've recorded, and this is what's taken me most of the summer to do. I start with a how-to video, which I really encourage you to watch. It's about 6 minutes long, and it has, as it says here, important information related to every student's question, where is the study guide? So I hope you take a look at that. And then there are various videos that you should watch. And these are all for Unit 1. Go back to modules. The next thing you're going to do, if you want in this order, is another homework. And then there's lab instructions for the first lab. And you'll submit your lab here. Again, due dates are always going to be found under the orientation module. Under course syllabus, all due dates are here. So that was a lot of information in the very first video here. I'm looking forward to the class. I can't wait to get to know all of you, and I hope you're excited for our first week.